Hello there. Good morning. Everybody doing? I wonder, is it too much to ask? Or maybe I'm asking too much here. It's like it's a birthday and you want a gift, but maybe I'm asking for a yacht. Maybe I'm asking for, you know, way too much here. But is it too much to want to not be surrounded by idiots? This is how George Carlin bit. People are stupid. The average person is stupid, but most people are stupider than that. Yeah, the fact that we have the internet, the capacity to do all this research, we have it at our fingertips, a bounty of information. We could find anything we wanted, anything. You could and use a little bit of deductive reasoning, a little brain process, like a little, think, look, observe, kind of evaluate reality. Everyone's capable of this. I think. I thought. Maybe not. Maybe I'm giving people too much credit, and I expect too much. I think that's the thing. But there's a reality that sits here. It's overlay. That if you think that the where we live, this whole existence, and that's my eyes and my ears and my nose that I'm smelling with, and my senses, unless all of my senses are completely corrupted. Unless that's the case. I mean, are they? If you think, because maybe I'm wrong here, but if you think that this thing that we're on here is flopping, spinning, twirling around, and somehow I'm staring. I've stared at the sun and the moon in the sky. I've stared right at them next to each other, and the moon was half lit, and the sun was right there. And I go, but that's of 93 million zillion miles, and that one's just. So like, how many? So 238,000, but it's the same size and they're in the sky. But that's because the sun, the Earth is in the middle of it because it's an eclipse. But that's not. I don't know who. I don't know that I can. I don't know that I can respect people anymore. If you think this is the like, I can't. It's not that I can't respect you. I mean, I can respect your stupidity. I just can't trust you. I can't trust you to make any decision. I don't even think I would even trust you to tie your shoes properly. I think at this point, if you believe that this whole thing that we're this experience that we're on some sort of ball spinning through outer space, and there's people flying to the moon. If you think that, I think you should probably wear a helmet, like when you're sleeping, because you might hurt yourself. You should not be able to operate a motor vehicle, heavy machinery. You shouldn't. You probably shouldn't even be able to get on a bicycle. I wouldn't trust. I wouldn't trust you. I definitely wouldn't trust you with my child or my. Uh, I wouldn't even trust you to make me a sandwich because you might injure yourself. I think if you believe, you might as well believe in Santa. You might as well believe in Jesus. You might as well believe in your scientism gods. I don't know what it is with people, but you're all, if you have anything to say about people, you're a flat earther. If you make fun of people that have obviously done the research and have their senses about them, and you make fun of those people, you're the joke. You're the joke. You're when you get through this whole life thing that we're doing here, and you get to the end of it, and they give you like a life review or something. That's what happens if you go and see God, and they're like, "Hey, here's everything that you got wrong, and here's what you got right." They would laugh. The gods would laugh at you, and be like, "You really didn't. You couldn't figure out that the Earth was level, flat. It's a realm. You couldn't figure that out. We gave you 70 some years, and you couldn't figure it out, and you laughed at people that figured it out." Hey, you're untrustworthy. If you think if you really think that this shit right here, we've given you the work's been done for you. It's shown to you out there. You can just go look. You can verify for yourself. You can go get yourself some binoculars, a telescope, and then just do the simple math. They showed you the math. They showed you the math in school, long time ago. Here's the curve, and here's if it was a ball, and you know how that you look at a. I might have a ball around here. I can show you how it works. Oh wait, you're standing on one, right? Uh, how absolutely arrogant and ignorant people are. It's beyond me. It's really disconcerting. I have a few friends that I would say are particularly intelligent people. Like they're good people. I like them. They know a lot of things, but they snicker at me because I know the shape of the realm. I know the shape of water because I know that this shit is probably flat. And they still think they're still going like this. Here's what they do. They grab this do I have a cock around here connected to the government and NASA? Here's what they do. They go, "Oh, I like your cartoons and your balls. Can I suck on them for you?" Like these people are not to be trusted. Like I don't know how to even have a conversation. Like most people you come in contact with, they're they won't say it out loud. But if you were to ask them, most people probably believe somebody set foot on the moon. Could you? Where do you go from? Where do you go from there in a conversation? I'm like, if you think that, I can't date you. I can't walk with you. I can't have a because I already know that you're you're not the smart guy. You're not the smart woman. You're pathetic. You're a moron. But in their own mind, they think they're smart. It, it's it's just beyond me sometimes. Like I'm like I really thought as you get older and technology and information and humanity's improving and everything's getting better and people are getting hip to it. They're becoming woke up. Are you woke? Because they're. I thought it was going to get better, and in fact, it's not. There's more people that they're just. Is everybody like on drugs? More people are have gone the route of taking a needle and sticking it into their system. More people go. Of course, the pharmacy loves me. Of course, the doctors love me. Of course, these people wouldn't lie to me. I, who have nothing to gain. Here's the thing that people don't get. Do you know what I have to gain from telling you uh, the truth? Not a dollar. I don't have anything to gain. In fact, by telling you the shape of the realm, telling you that your urine is called plasma ultrafiltrate, and your kidneys are cleaning your blood. To you drink that, and it's healthy. For me to do that, I have nothing to gain except for people going, "You're an idiot. You're so stupid. Why don't you just go eat your poop? Oh, you think that you're gonna fall off the edge? You're gonna fall off the edge of the earth." That's what I have to gain. That's what people have to gain. When I'm just like I'm telling you a simple, observable truth about how the body works, what the shape of the realm is, and what do I get in return? Look at this guy. You got a top knot. You got a man bun. You think the world's flat. Oh, you drink your pee pee. Oh, like what? I miss it. But in reality, when you get to the end of this game, oh, those who laugh last, laugh best, or some shit. The gods are laughing at you, not me. They know they're on my side. Reality is on my side. How's that? Reality, absolute truth, facts on my side. Your side is fickle, feeble, and it's phony. It's just tiring listening to people think and just regurgitate. They're people are cum guzzling queens. That's what I've learned. There's more and more people are just flaming hot Cheetos. It's discouraging, you know. I want people to be smart. I want people to be healthy. I want people. I want to go. I want to play games. I want to have, but you can't play games with people when they're not playing in the same field, and they start making up rules, and they start. It's cheating the game. If you play, you ever played a game with people just change the rules when they're losing or change the. It's called moving the goalpost. You know this? You ever get in an argument with somebody and they're completely wrong, but then as soon as they recognize they're wrong, they'll change what they were. Well, I didn't mean it that way. I meant it this way. They just keep moving the goalpost on you. Fucking pathetic, pathetic. What's up, John Schumannick? What's up, Christopher Lee? Got yeah on that juice, man. That's and what do you do? Well, how do you like once people are once they're juiced up? Can they be unjuiced? Yeah, most people left because they probably believe they probably suck a lot of cock. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? You know, I do. I think hope is empty. Hope is dead, man. I every day I was like, I go to sleep. Maybe I'll wake up tomorrow and people will be closer to being excellent or intelligent, fun. You know, people won't suck tomorrow. I mean, maybe some people, but we're getting better every day. We're getting healthier every day. Except for no, no, people are getting deader, getting dumber, getting more stupider, dude. What's up, Frederick? If the Earth is flat, then how did the dinosaurs fly on satellites? Oh, yeah, that's a fun one. Oh, in case anybody doesn't know this, Reddit is the bottom of the barrel of humanity of trained monkeys. Somebody was like, "Well," somebody said something about satellites or something. It was like, "Oh, it's a picture of the dark side of the moon in front of the Earth," and like, but there's a satellite out there. I was like, "Yeah, but that's the thing is, I've already qualified. I don't believe that there's a satellite out there, but it is, and it's taking pictures every hour. How can you not believe that? Why don't you prove what you're saying?" Like you don't look at you're looking at the picture. It's obviously photoshopped. No, that's real. It looks fake because it's real. That's what it is. And then they give you the snicker laugh thing. These people, what do they do? I mean, what is most people's fucking point? Like, what's your purpose here, dude? What's up, just Frank? Yeah, I know. Yeah, go ahead, yeah, go ahead and put another. That is the for intelligent people, what they've realized is if something's labeled as misinformation or fact checked or something, then you know it's probably true. It's almost like they're doing it on purpose. They're taking the piss. They're like they're just doing it blatantly. They're like, okay, well, I'm gonna fact check this, and that means that if it's flagged for, then everybody goes, well, see, they. How do you not know? They're just telling you this is probably the truth. They're just putting it right in your fucking, right up in your anus. They're just like, just shoveling the information into your asshole. I don't know what percentage of people are assholes. Really, like complete dolts, doldrums, like the like people that just would ruin a fucking a ham sandwich. You know, couldn't even fucking put a salad together. People, I'm talking about people that would cut themselves with a spoon. People that are all too happy to I don't just they're I don't believe this is real anymore. Any of it. That's everybody is so fucking dumb. The percentage of people that you get to interact with are on any level of intelligence very small. You'd figure. I'm doing the math here, and let's say I meet. Let's say yesterday I probably met 20 people, new people that I've never met before, about 20. Good people. I don't know. I didn't go into deep conversation, but out of them, if I had to go, okay, who of these people baseline are intelligent enough to? How many of these people that I interacted with thought that the thought that people landed on the moon and the Earth? Like I would be like probably like 18, 19 of them, maybe all 20. People are not smart. This is my rant for the day. They wouldn't even mock it. Yeah, I know, right? Well, the thing is, it's what you know what I love about the people online. It's always a funny thing, and I know it to be true. I know this to be true because, and y'all probably know this to be true too. You know, the people online they'll mock you online. They'll just keyboard smash warriors, and they're sitting there. There's people. They're going. Fucking just scooping whatever the yogurt cover, I like with fruity pebbles in it. They're just shoveling it into their fat fucking face, eating McDonald's all day. Oh, he doesn't know. He doesn't believe we like the bars. We got giant penis rockets. We're going to we're going to Venus. We're landing back. Why would you believe that? These fucking people, yo. Here's the proof. I've never seen them in public. They would never say that in public. They would never even attempt to say anything that they're saying here to someone's face in public. Because why? They're not articulate enough. They know they couldn't contest verbally, logically, reasonably. They're gonna sound exactly what they look like. They're gonna sound just like that. How they sound on the internet is exactly what you think they look like. That's them. They probably don't. They really probably don't even come out their house. They probably order. They probably order in not because of their laziness, because they don't want their stupid fucking retarded face in public. Because they don't they don't even get out of their fucking car. They'll go through a drive-through before they'd walk into McDonald's. Because they're too fat and lazy and stupid. They're so stupid they don't even know how to fucking walk. They probably crawl. They probably crawl into the McDonald's. Bro, can you just mainline some fucking chicken nugget juice into me? These fucking people, man. You think they act numb? I hear you. I hear you on, so they don't have to take responsibility. Yeah, do the. I'll get a C+ rather than get a good grade, so people don't expect much. I get the idea, but I think most people are just dumb as fuck. And the responsibility thing. Here's the dilemma, and here's why, despite everything this rampage I went on for 20 minutes, despite all that, I realized if people were to accept any of the number of things that we might suggest, any of them, let's just use the shape of the realm by, I guess, by proxy, by association. If they accept one thing, then everything else falls apart. If they accept that the shape of where we live, the whole thing, it means they have to go, oh shit. So the teachers, all of the teachers were lying to me about this. My parents were, or they're too stupid. They have to accept that everyone around them stupid or lying. Every organization, it would crush, collapse, destroy, unhinge their entire reality. Every if they accept that, they accept one thing, everything else falls apart. All of it. You could say we didn't go to the moon and still think we live on a ball, right? But if you accept that this shit is flat, everything you think, it all falls down. Flash of Gordon. Parents, your parents are fucking stupid, and because you trust them, you have to accept that they're either stupid or lying. That's what it is. Every organ you have to look at everybody as a auto mechanic, a used car salesman, a peer. You know what's funny here? The funniest thing is they go, "Oh, that's a multi-level marketing pyramid scheme." People say that. This is how dumb people are. They say that about you know what I'm talking about. Well, here's a pyramid. I get this, and then you get the thing. What the fuck do you think your job is, Ace? What do you think your job is? There's the CEO right there, makes the most money, does nothing, and then he's got two guys that are uh, part of this branch, and then they have middle managers, a lot more of them, and then you have employees. What do you think every fucking job is? Derp. Every business is structured that way. There's the most people working on the bottom, making the least amount of money, doing the shittiest work. And then as you go up through management and secretaries and less and less, making more and more, doing less work. It's all businesses. But they're going to go, but that's a multi-level marketing scam. Ah. Mm. The best are people that are into the sciences because they're the most deluded, thinking that and they're always like this snarky, like, oh, but I went to Harvard, and they're gonna adjust their glasses. Well, of course, of course, I'm the smart guy. Because I'm nerdy. I'm nerdy. That means I'm smart. No, no, no. People that are nerdy, uh, the smart nerdy guys. No, you're a dork. Most people that think because they're nerdy in some way, because they have a passion for something, they think that they're intelligent. They think they're geeks. They think they're nerdy. No, they're dorks. You know the difference between a nerd, a geek, and a dork? Go look up the Venn diagram of dorks, nerds, and geeks. Geeks are people that geek out on something and they know something, and they're very precise. And they I'm gonna geek out. I'm gonna tell you all about Star Wars, right? And they're just geeking out. At nerds, socially inept. That's the thing. They're socially inept. They're not very good at communicating something, but they know something. Geeks are people that think they know something that don't know shit and they're completely wrong and are socially inept. Most people are geeks, or excuse me, most people are dorks. They don't know what the fuck they're talking about. They don't know why they're saying it, and they're completely miserable at explaining it. That's a majority of Reddit, the majority of Instagram, the majority of people that you come across in your life are fucking creepy dorks. your your parents know what's up. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't know you. I don't know your parents, but the majority of people, come on, your friends' parents, unless you somehow lucked out, they're probably like I'm thinking back through my childhood and the kids that I knew and their parents. Yeah, their parents were dumb as shit. Mine were fucking retards. The parental figures. Yeah, the one guy, he was the father figure of mine. He was an engineer, very good at electrician and all that shit. Like he knew stuff. He could build a car. He could do all that. But like just observable knowledge of the nature of reality. Nah, he didn't have that. Uh, he was a fucking, he was a dork. Parents were fucking dorks. that's what this is what that turns into right here. This is what you get. Well, hey, well the thing about Frank, the thing about the flat Earth thing, I get it. We all thought it was until the internet came out and some people started giving us a little bit of the information. No one would have thought that in the 70s. To come to the conclusion, like you'd have to have somebody pointed out to you, like, okay, what are the obvious things that without the internet you could figure out? The sun and the moon in the sky at the same time. That's a dead giveaway. That's a dead giveaway of where we are. But somebody would have had to point that out to you. You wouldn't have even noticed. Most people ain't looking at the sun. You go outside. How many people are sun gazing? They tell you don't look at the sun. You go blind. Not true, but this will tell you this. Nobody's outside looking up at the sun. So then they're not going to be looking up to see the moon in the sky during the daytime. But if someone pointed out to you, then back in the 70s before the computers, you would have been like, huh. You would have had to go through like a logical progression. And you could have somebody could hand you some binoculars and be like, oh, where's that boat that went over the curve? Oh shit, it didn't go over the curve. It's not there. How does nobody accept that? Okay, that boat's supposed to be going on a thing, but then you can watch a video with me right there. There's the boat back. It didn't go over the curve, and people just fucking deny it these days. So, but back in the 70s, we didn't have the. Everybody was just basically going, yeah, of course it's a ball. 80s, still pretty much. Computers came out, and everybody was like, hey, you guys paying attention to this? Let's connect our brains. Let's look at this shit. And then people started. It took me until we'll have that conversation. What did when did you come across the realm, right? When did you start to figure that out? I was into all of the theories, which to have time and time again become less theories and more facts. I was into all that stuff, but I wouldn't even look at the flat Earth thing. I was like, this is dumb. Yes, oh yes, we all did. I was how old was I? I remember I kind of remember. I don't remember when. It wasn't instantaneous, but it was as soon as I started looking at it, I go, oh fuck. I did the same thing that comedian dude did. What's his name? Bear or something? Whatever the hell his name is. When at first I was like, oh no. Yep. It was like watching. It was like watching a slow motion crash. Oh, I don't remember what year it was. I forget. 20, 2014, 2015. I think you probably find it was before it was before I started this channel. It was probably when I started, well, probably 2012, right when I started writing on my WordPress. Probably around there. It's about 2012, 2011. But yeah, yeah, yeah. 2012. I'm trying to figure out where I was. But it took a long time, right? It took a long time to even go the route of looking at it. I'm like, because there's obviously for every theory out there, and there's always the trappings of somebody just goes off the wall and puts this in there to murky up the waters, to dirty up the clean water, to make something by association look stupid. I'll explain it to you simply. Whenever people get into Shivambu, whenever people get into the urine thing or the flat earthy thing, those two things, major ones, huge, huge, huge in reality. Um, what they do is to discredit it. They find the craziest, most goofy people that you would just go, that person's stupid. I don't like that person. I don't like what they look like. I don't like the way they talk. Everybody's gonna have that gut reaction, and they'll find those people that are probably right. they're right about about Shivambu. They're right about the shape of their, but they're nerdy, geeky, dorky kind of like they're not dorky because they're just inept. They're more nerdy, and you just go, here's this woman who's got 400 cats who drinks her piss. We'll put that on TV so that becomes that becomes everybody's focal point of okay, that's what they're like. Oh well, if by association, if you think the Earth is flat, then you must have voted for Donald Trump, and he's orange, and he's bad, and he's stupid, and and they all of the things get tied into one bucket. So well, you don't, so you must believe that, and they go to everything gets thrown into that bin, and you're in the loony bin, and the people that are associated to pushing those narratives are fucking like, I, I don't think what that person thinks. I'm not like that. Um, Eric Dubay. Oh yeah, the Mark dude. That dude is obviously not 100%. Like maybe he's putting out good information. He's not trustworthy. I don't trust that dude. I haven't watched a lot of it, but when I first did, I was like, I don't like this dude. It, there's something that he's going to murk the waters up with. There's something that he seems bought and paid for. You know what I'm saying? Uh, Eric's cool. Eric's always been putting the information out there. Well versed, doesn't you know? How does the piss drinking cat lady? Yeah, right. Yeah, that's the thing. You must have a bunch of cats. Your house must be dirty. You're filthy. You drink piss. You think the earth's flat. You you wanna stick your face in Donald Trump's asshole. Like that's the whole. What's up, Sigma? The info. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, that's there, Frank. That's the point. Is by they give you something to go. I don't trust that. There's something wrong there. Just by doing that, once you instill doubt, just by having that little doubting something just slightly, there's a reason to. It destroys the entire thing. I got a pee pee. I'll be right back. You guys enjoy yourselves. Talk amongst yourselves. I'll be back in a second. Back in a flash. Oh yeah, ain't that fresh? I'll be right with you. We'll be there in a moment, folks. Ah, welcome, welcome, welcome. Good to see ya. Where we at here? Yeah, Eric's all right, man. He's all right by me, man. Yeah, you can't speak the whole. Yeah, I mean, obviously, You wanna you wanna see my YouTube stats? You wanna see my subscriber count through the years? It's pretty funny. It went like this. It was like this. It was like, and then I said something, and then my subscriber count just went me. Pissed off some, whether algorithm or censor or whatever. They're like, oh no, he can have his channel. Just can't say these couple things. Don't like with that. Don't let anybody else do this shit. This is the thing with, there's only a few people out there that have bigger channels that are allowed to, that are speaking as much truth as they can. They stay away from being too fringe. They stay away from the off limit stuff. There's certain things they won't say, or when they say it, they at least say it with like, well, I don't know, it just, here's something I think. But as soon as someone is like, nah, here's what the fuck it is, you can't do that. There's only a few channels, that are anything more than 50,000 subs. That's once above that, you're fucking, you're rolling the dice on how much information is going to be pure. What up, Sigma? Oh, is Fire Drake on here? I'm not seeing any Fire Drake's comments. Is this happening again? Do you guys see Fire Drake's comments? Because apparently, Sigma just said Fire Drake. There's a thing, but I don't see any of his comments. So, hey, if you still are here, man, I'm not avoiding you. I don't see anything. Haha. Oh yeah, yeah. Well, my early ones were getting copyright. Uh, well, see, there's three kind of copyright things. There was a couple times I was getting copyrights because there was music that was just like I'd be walking and there'd be music at a restaurant, and maybe I'll stop at a restaurant and get a drink or something or whatever, and it'd be 5-10 minutes of music on in the background in the middle of a 2-hour show, and just be like, well, boop. And then a couple of mine got copyright blocked because it was a misinformation. This is what I was told. Even though in these shows I made it abundantly clear that I was expressing my opinion on something, but I wasn't giving information on anything. Oh, that got blocked real quick. Uh, Shadow Man. Yeah, I mean, obviously, like I don't do anything uh, to my tags on my videos, because it's funny because if I make this video right now, I can't tag it before I make the show. I have to do it afterwards, which makes no sense. But um, that doesn't really change anything. It's like people just randomly, luckily find my shit, or have to. They're like, people are like, hey, just put my name. They're like, I can't find you. I've had people that I know, like, I was like, hey, look my fuck. They're like, hey, what's your channel? I'm like, I can't find it. I'm like, it's literally just my fucking name. Can't find it. Weird, right? What up, David Mannion? What are you doing? Fuck you, Ben, man. You can see Fire Drakes and Christopher. I cannot. I cannot. Yeah, I mean the copyright with the music about non-monetization. Like it's always funny when it happens to me now. I mean, it hasn't really happened lately because I don't play anybody else's but my own music. Um, But I was like, my shit's not even monetized, so it doesn't. Why would you even? What we in a copyright claim something you're gonna make money on anyways? What does it matter? Yeah. You just want big fat hugs? Yeah. I'll take uh I'll take hugs, drugs, or money. At this point, like I've always been at that precipice of just saying fuck it and just going the route of Satanism. Kidding about that. Like, just the route of making money. Like, who cares? Like, fuck it, make bread. I just there's some fuck that thing too. See, fuck that fucking thing. This is the building I live in. That just goes off randomly because old people don't like start like leave their stove on or something. Yeah, because that's really accomplishing something. It happens so often. Huh, so stupid. Anyways, what see? Just I think this building is a fucking like some sort of test. It's a test. This is just gonna do that randomly. Oh, hey, here's a noise. How do you respond to this noise? Just deal with it. Meh, meh. Anyways, yeah, I was saying like sometimes I have this thing in me where I just can't. I couldn't just do something for the sake of making. If I knew that I'd make a lot of money for bullshitting people, I couldn't do it. I don't know what that's called because I'm not really. I'm very ethically ambiguous. I'm very morally bankrupt. No, I'm kidding about that. I just don't have standard ethics and morals. They're very malleable. So I should be able to, but I just don't. I can't see it to do like to get over on people. It's a weird thing. It's like I don't like it done to me, so I wouldn't do it to you. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I'm just like, fuck, people are stupid. Fuck you. Give me your money. Think I might just get into the crack game to start selling people drugs. You say, that becomes a shell. Yeah, the shell existence. What is a sign of a midlife crisis? Is buying lots of cushions. You mean like you don't just literally mean like a pillow. You mean comfy, cozy things in life. I suppose. I mean, that kind of. Yeah, I mean, I'm not having a midlife crisis because this is not my middle of my life. This is either the beginning or the end. I don't really. You can't have a midlife crisis. That would be based on the assumption when your life will end. And by giving yourself midlife, then you're giving yourself death. I will never have that. But I get it, like in the sense of like, eh, I would just move to the suburbs to get myself that chubby wife. Uh, you know, she wake me up, give me head. You know, 7 days a week, make me a nice meal. We'll have a puppy. You know what I mean? Go out to the theater. Just do the normal shit. Just be cozy. I could, I've thought that many times, but I would never do it. I'd rather, I'd rather be slightly uncomfortable in not knowing how all this life is, and being a little bit like, well, it's Tuesday. I spent way too much money yesterday. What should I do today? You know what I mean? It inspires me to do something. Where you get too comfortable. What they say, strong men make for easy times. Easy times make weak men. Weak men make hard times make strong men make easy times make weak men make hard times. You know that cycle? So you can't get, I try to at least stay towards, you gotta have something, you gotta have something to prove, man. You gotta have something to, and that's not, it's not finding a problem where there isn't one, but it's just like should have a reason to stay awake, dude. Stay on your toes. Get involved. I think that's what most people think. If you ever been in a relationship and you got that dog, you thought that would fix it. People have children with someone to try to fix a relationship because it gives them purpose. If I didn't have my little puppy, if I didn't have my child, I wouldn't know what to do. I now I have purpose. Purpose is to like helicopter and control and manipulate something else. That's the problem. But it's like why do that? Just accept that you don't like life and just go ahead and cash in your chips. I think most people. Hey, there it is. Boom. I think most people would. If the only thing that stops people from is they just don't know they don't know what's behind door number two. They don't know what's behind the next door. But if you still believe in you still believe in the heliocentric model, if you still believe in that your government loves you, if you still believe the corporations are on your side, if you still believe the pharmaceutical uh, and doctor things are there for your health, if you still believe that the school systems are there to educate you, if you believe that shit, you're not paying attention to anything, and you might as well just give up. Big Bunny and cat videos. Sigma, compromising integrity. Yeah, that's why authenticity and integrity are two things that I don't think about all the time, just because I don't think you have to think about them if you have them. People that it's like people that overstate something usually tend not to be that thing. So that's just something I don't think about because back to my naivete, because I believe most people, I believe everyone's trustworthy. I believe everyone should be they should have integrity. They're trustworthy in the sense that I trust them to be whatever they are. But most people fucking are dumb and they suck. I'm trying to change from that. Neville Goddard just believe the best in people. That just change the world by I have confidence in you. You're a good person. I'll do that. You're good. I got you. Except for when I'm confronted with the all of the I step outside, walk by somebody, chances are a person's gonna be dumb as a satchel filled with alpaca piss. You know what I mean, dumb as dumb as rocks, dude. So give me 1 second. I gotta plug something. Speaking of, blah, 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 blah. Cool. See, like today, today I want to get drunk. Yesterday, man, oh, I had such a good time yesterday. I got to see some old friends of mine. Listen to a lot of good music, and I drank a fucking shit ton yesterday. I didn't really get that drunk until the end of the night. Today, and you know what? Most days I drink because I like a buzz. It's a good, nice little thing to do. Social activity. Today, I really feel like getting drunk. I do. I don't often feel like that. Most people here, it's like they would think otherwise. No, I don't really. Today, I think it's just a general sense of Disappointment. Is that does anybody else feel disappointed in humanity, in people? Like, man, so it's like going to it's like if you went to Disney World, but a bunch of the rides weren't working, that kind of thing. It's like, but you said there was going to be all this here. Well, there's not. It's like going to an all-you-can-eat buffet that has uh, lobster and crab claws and all that, and they're out of lobster. You know what I'm saying? You kind of just like, yeah, I get it. There's all this other good stuff, but that's just I kind of came for this, and it's like I came to this life for an experience, and you're getting one. But I thought it was supposed to. I thought these people were supposed to be. Nope, they're not. These are these things here. These people not smart. Like you couldn't have told me that ahead of time. Like, hey, you're gonna come here, and everyone's a dumb fuck. Everyone's a worthless, gelatinous schmuck. Just and here's the kicker. Everyone's gonna think in their own mind they're a hero. They're the good guy. They think they're so smart. Everyone's gonna believe that. And here's why it's gonna be funny. Because you'll be the smart one. Everyone else believes they're smart and thinks you're stupid, but they're the dumb fucks, and you're the smart one. But no one will believe it. No. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. That's the way it's gonna work. So okay, so what could I? How do you? Well, you could be a comedian, but then as soon as you're a comedian, then they're just gonna be laughing, thinking you're kidding. So they're not gonna take you. That's not gonna be true. They're gonna take you. Wow. So I can just say it, and people are gonna laugh, and just go, "No, he's just joking." So if I say that honestly, nope, nope, they're not gonna believe it. They're gonna think you're an idiot. You got to be the jester. Yeah, tell them what they want to hear. Lie to me, huh? Oh, there you go. The create a problem. Yeah, problem reaction solution. Oh, I think Fire Jack. If you're still on here, I don't know if the shit's not working on your side. I think you said that to me this morning. Talk about problem reaction solution. If I just cause this problem, and already in my mind, I have the solution for you. That's just fucking. That's terrible. You thought, uh, you thought fuck that more. Yeah, if there's a little resistance or a challenge, it's easier to whimper out. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, I'm not one for big problems. I don't. Having a little, just you go, ugh, fucking this. Got to deal with this right now. Yeah, yeah, yeah. For just Frank, let me see. What about the reincarnation, soul trap, and all that shit? Is it true? Do we come back? And if so, would that make our higher selves stupid? Yeah, that's tough to say because I mean, for people that have been out of body in different realms, had some sort of spiritual awakening, whatever, you could kind of make the assumption that we reincarnate and come back here. But most people would just be talking like because they read it. Oh, that makes sense. I eat vegan. I'm healthy. I know. It's this association. Well, I'm so highly evolved and conscious. I eat plastic and reincarnation. Uh, uh, oh, praise be with you. Karma. Uh, hmm, uh, I'm guru. I do yoga. That whole fucking thing. That's a trick too. All of it. All of it. But the thing is, where else would you go? I mean, you would just go to a different version of this reality. That's all. I mean, every day is a little different, right? I would assume, they're like, give peace a chance, man. Peace on earth. We can't have peace. Okay, it's not. What do you want to live in some sort of fucking? You want to live on some island if everything's awesome? It's not possible. Well, it's not possible because there's too many people that are fucking leeching off of humanity. It'd be very easy to live a comfortable life with everyone. It'd be very easy to do. Simple. We can all have a simple life. But people just cause fucking problems because of their ignorance and their arrogance. That's two major words that I find on a regular basis. Ignorant arrogance. People that don't know something, that are arrogant about not knowing it, and they bathe in their belief, and their belief is unjustifiable and false. Peace out, Sigma. Good to see you, Leo. Yeah. Yeah. There's something else, but what is unanswerable question? Yeah, until you actually die, and then you'll know. The thing is, though, is when you have these mm, stretch. I'm just getting that morning stretch on there, like a cat or something. When you when you've done psychedelics, you've had that ego death, and ego death is really kind of dying. Or if you go to sleep at night, you're dead. If you accept it as such, and if you've had dreams or you've gone into a reality, and I've put this out there before, if you're in a dream and it's this solid, probably most people, I would say most people have never. But once you've had a dream that you can pick up something in like this, and it's just like this, and you can smell and you can read, and all of the shit is like just like this, it's just a solid, you'll go, oh shit, this is afterlife. It's just a different life, just a different thing. And so you kind of get you get the sense of like, oh, I'm living multiple lives simultaneously, and that would be forever. I just get to pick and choose which one. That I know to be, as much as I can tell, to be true. Other people say, well, no, you have to die. Well, are you sure? Are you sure you're not? Are you sure you didn't die and you forgot your last life and now you're here? And here's the way of kind of proving that to yourself, that might be the truth. Might be. Remember the dream that you had last night? Nope, you don't. But you did. Remember those times that you had that really good dream, and it was so good and vivid, and then you woke up, and then the dream just vanished, disappeared. You could have been. What if that dream was one entire lifetime, but you collapsed into that dream, and then you remember some of it, and you wake up, and here you are. What if you died in that dream, and here's where you are? Are you certain that didn't happen? It could. It probably is. Just Frank. No, I see. Hold on. Let me explain why that's not true. How do you know? You don't know that unless you've died. But a near-death experience or out of body, of course it is. When my spirit exits this body is not. I'm not this. I've died. I've moved on to something else. That's the point. How do you know? How do you know that when you woke up this morning, you didn't die last night and woke up here, and this is a completely different reality? And you go, yeah, but my chair is the same, this wall is the same. This is the same reality as yesterday. Are you sure you just didn't push this into your next reality, and today is a new life for you? Uh, all of the mystics would say so. Are you certain you didn't die last night and woke up in this? Could be. There's no discounting it. You can't say it's not true. It's like Krishnamurti. You know it because you were alive when it happened, and then I was alive to tell about it. When I die, I come back to haunt you. Yeah, but if you come back to life, then how can you prove to me that you were ever dead? See, you can't. It's like show me yesterday. You can't. Show me tomorrow. You can't. You're always alive. You can't fathom of when or how you or if you were dead. What were you before? What were before you came out your mother's womb? What were you? You can't even conceive of that because it doesn't exist. You'll be in a spirit form. Well, the spirit's still alive, huh? I'll be sexy. You'll be sexy. You were a sexy pineapple. If you was a sexy pineapple, would you eat yourself? Oh man, sexy pineapples. Time is it here? I don't know what if I was gonna be if I was gonna be a fruit or a vegetable. Hmm. Let me give this. Let me meditate on this. Which one would I be? Would you be able to smell yourself? Because you know how like if you smell like something, eventually your nose will shut off and you won't be able to smell. It'll just smell normal to you. So it's like even though I love the smell of say a kiwi wouldn't smell itself. So which one would I? I think I'd want to be whatever fruit or vegetable gets to hang out next to other sweet smelling fruits. Maybe a grape. I think I'd be a grape. Wow, because it turns into wine. You know, it's like if you were a glass of wine, would you be drunk or would you just be a glass? Where you wouldn't even notice it, right? It was that I don't know if you ever seen Theo Vaughn and Bobby Lee. So funny together. He goes, do you wait? It was Theo said something to the extent of like, do you wake up and realize you're Asian? Like, and he would just wake up and go, yeah, I'm Asian. He's like, no, you idiot. I wake up and I put on my shoes, I take a shit. I'm not, he's like, yeah, you don't notice that you're Asian, huh? You'd be a cherry in a fruit cocktail. That's funny. I just had a can of fruit cocktail yesterday, and my first thought was, "Where's all the cherries in here?" You know, when they give you it, it's always too many grapes, the green grapes, and then the white stuff that it's never like a pear, but it's never soft enough. It's pears and I was like, "Where's the cherries? I see the cherries in here on the label, and there's like one in there. Is the Marciano ones? No good. Would you be a half full or half empty? What is that? Pragmatism? No, I would just be recognizing that it's a dirty glass. Half full, half empty. It's all fucking poisoned anyways. The glass of water thing. It's got fluoride in it. Doesn't matter. I would just dump the water out and smash it over someone's head. What do you need this water for? It's no good. It's poison. Well, it says there's nine people in here, even though that never is correct. And apparently, Frank is the only one saying anything. So if anybody else is saying something, I'm not getting your comments. Oh, Danny's here. You made a smoothie. You made a with grapes, with the red grapes, grape ape. Oh man, I need it. Fucking need an upper, man. I need a stimulant. What do we got here? I have some coffee. I need some coffee and some cocaine, man. Hmm. What else? What else? What's going on? Hmm. I don't know. I don't really have I think I've finished my finished insulting the state of humanity. I don't. There's not much more to say about how dumb people are. People are dumb. It's just what it is. That was the meditation, which I like to give solutions sometimes for these things, and I like to uh, end on a an uptick on some sort of hope. And it's if people are dumb, it's only up from here. There's only possibilities. There's only things can only get better. I was reading somebody's what was like a Reddit post the other day or Instagram, something to talk about, and I really hate this statement, but they're like, "Oh, it always gets worse before it gets better." I'm like, "What a fucking redundantly stupid thing!" I've been hearing that since 1980. Are we gonna? Yeah, like okay, yeah. In the 90s, we had these wars going on, these precedents, and these this shit going on. It only gets worse. It'll get better, but it's gonna get worse first. Okay, what about in 2000s? Okay, then we got this stupid fucking guy or these things. Like it doesn't. It just seems like it keeps getting worse, right? Are we scraped? Are we got to the bottom of the ocean yet? Are we have we as a species fucked up enough? Can we do something? Can we do something like beneficial here? I feel like I'm the odd. I feel like I'm the odd man out in reality. I'm always trying to help people. You know, like what do you? Then people look at me kind of funny. Like, what are you doing? It reminds me of this Louis C.K. joke. It wasn't a joke. It was just a little little story he told. He's like when I first, I think he was talking about when he first moved to New York City, or was he with his maybe maybe his niece or maybe his daughter. Doesn't really matter. She's like 5 years old. Never been to New York City. Walking around, and there's a homeless guy on the ground, just in a puddle of his own piss, shit, vomit, whatever. And the girl obviously sees this and is concerned, as an empathetic, normal human being would be. See someone suffering, you would go. She goes, "Hey, can look at that man? Can we need to help him?" And he goes, "No, no, no, no. We don't help him." And he's like in the moment, like obviously, if you stop and help him, New York City, there's going to be every 5 minutes, every 5 steps, there's going to be another crackhead that's all fucked up. He's like, no, no, you don't help him. We can't help him. Like literally. And he's like, and thinking about it, he's like, yeah, this is the state of things. Like, I have to tell her with a straight face, you don't help humanity. You don't help people. You can't. That one you just have to leave that alone. He looks he looks hurt. He looks hungry. Yeah, you don't help with that. That's where we are. How does how? Like, can we help? No, 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 no. Just leave that alone. So like, you almost have to feel like an alien. It's not non-intervention. You know what I mean? Don't intervene. Don't touch. Hands off. That's what it's these really high spiritual people like. Well, the aliens are here. They're just here. They're the gods and aliens here. They're just observing. They're told you don't do anything. You just you just watch. You just observe. You don't interfere. Fucking stupid. Yeah. When you see somebody fucking falling all over the place, doesn't know how things work, don't teach them. Don't educate them. That's what they're saying. You're a high functioning species and you're very intelligent, but don't teach. Don't help. It sounds like a very noble god that would, or gods or whatever. That doesn't seem very intelligent. We want humans to become more evolved, and here's how we do it: not helping them, because then they'll just learn to help themselves. That's not how that works. That's not how it works. You, you don't you don't just magically figure that shit out. You would never know how to play a piano unless somebody built a piano, showed you the piano, and then showed you some keys and chords and taught you. You wouldn't just magically decide, hey, let's go cut some ivory tusks off of elephants and paint some shit black and let's pull these things. You would need at least the foundation and understanding and education. But no, but you're gods. You just sit here, aliens. You just observe. Don't help these fucking people. Let them suffer. that'll that'll really teach them. Yep, that'll teach them. Obviously, it's worked pretty well so far, huh? Wars and famine and disease and death and bombs and guns and terror and poisoning people, poisoning our water supply, poisoning the air. Yeah, we're really doing it. We're really doing it up there. Good job, guys. Good job, smart aliens. Yeah, it's dark. Yeah, it's always darkest before the dawn. There's always a silver lining to every cloud. There's always poop on your cock. How's that? What's up, Parsival? Yeah, you just want swimming with dolphins? No, that's wicked. I would like to go swimming with some dolphins. Ha 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 ha. You and the dolphin became one. What did you do? Did you stick your wiener in its blowhole? You had a purpose for that porpoise. Uh, you don't think mankind got his point from the past without helping each other? Yeah, correct. Yeah, what happened? Like that. That's the $1 million question, dude. We talk. Okay, so the the downloads from people has been basically that something like the moon parked there, right? And but it became a portal for a bunch of parasites. That's kind of the thing. Some of the parasitic energies came into this realm. But then you'd have to why wouldn't the white brotherhood, the white blood cells, that kind of thing? Why wouldn't that just why would that just destroy the parasite? Wouldn't that work that way? When we just go fucking eliminate, you know, get rid of that shit. If it's not gonna live in unison and homeostasis, then you just get rid of it, right? You got a house and it's dirty, you get rid of the garbage. If you got a garden, you get rid of the weeds. Yeah. But somehow that didn't happen. People got too attached to reading the Bible. Well, Jesus said to his not a poor man, he was like, you got to turn the other cheek. If someone stabs you in the eye, give him the other eye. Let him stab you in that one too. That way you'll be blind. You're a better person for it. Right. Righto. It was more subtle consciousness. Oh, you cuddled. It was a cuddle consciousness. Hey, hey Junie, if you are in here, if you are, I'm guessing because it says says here. Wait, it says here things like Ginger. Is Ginger Junie? You're not showing up on the comment section.
Yep, that's it.
Oh, if you've said it, if you've typed anything in the comments, it's not showing up. Did you? Yeah, I can't really, like, all I hear is like it's if you said anything, I couldn't hear it. And also typing, I didn't see anything. The typing's not working, bro. Oh, you're in the shadows? Yes, yes. You're creeping in and out of the shadows. Frank F10 was connected with the inner dolphin. What up, Black Sun? What you doing, dude? You gotta connect with your inner dolphin, child. Your inner dolphin. Do dolphins? How do they lay eggs? Do dolphins have dicks? Do they fuck? Do fish fuck? How's that shit work? Fish lay eggs? How does that all work? I thought dolphins were mammals. Dolphin dick. It's fun to say. Try it. Try putting weird words. I like putting just two strange words together and see how it feels. You know, to say it. Yeah, there are certain words that just feel right saying. Like, I like saying fucking retard. I really like saying that. You fucking retard. It just sounds, to me, for my money, it's good. Dolphin dick sounds funny. I like the alliteration of the D. Fabulous is a good word. Fabulously fornicating. It's a good one. Fish porn. What up, Junie? Oh, look at you with the outdoor nature. That looks awesome. And your camera's catching, like, your frame rate is like uh three frames per second. Is that a dog? Is that a bird? Oh, okay, I see it now. That thing. That's how I feel every day. Whatever that thing is, it's dancing. That's how I feel most of the time. You said that dolphins definitely fuck. Yeah. Okay. Now, see, this is what you guys do. Now I have to go down this tunnel. I have to look up videos of dolphins fornicating. This is what you guys do to me. I blame it on yourself. It's your fault. The little pugs. I did not know this. More quality information. I seen one of those yesterday. They're such weird little things. How do they make them? Is that like is it a hybrid animal? There's a lot of dogs that I'm really. It's very. It's fucked up. Let's put it that way. You know how usually selective breeding is good. Selective breeding, as humans, we do that anyways. I select who I'm going to have intercourse with and make another child with, right? I'm selectively breeding for the next generation. I want my child to be more like this. Well, if I want my child to be uh, tall, good skin and shape, I want to look like this. That's who I pick. It's going to be a little bit of this, a little of that, and we'll selectively breed generationally. And doing that for animals is great. But when they do that with animals to get something that looks cute, there's so many animals that are like super unhealthy. Well, hey, look at it. It's got shorter nose and it can't breathe. Oh, that's cute. Let's do that. And they're not. There's no purpose. They're not breeding for purpose of what the creature can do, or its health, or its they're breeding because that's just that's a unique creation. Fuck those people. Yeah, like I've had friend I had a friend that bought a I guess it was a pug. What's the other smushy faced one? There's another smushy faced one. Like he paid out the wazoo for it too. I was like, who the fuck buys a dog, especially one that can't breathe? One of the snorty ones? Is that a pug? The one that that thing? Like, why would you do that? Like, it already has health problems. You're paying extra money for it. Why don't you just get? You know, there's dogs in prisons right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm being funny here, but you know, there's dogs in cages. You go have one that you already know what it looks like. It needs your help. It needs. I want to do like a one of those videos with all the children and the puppies and that chick singing. Oh, I want to do whatever that fucking bitch is that sings that song. It's on all of the this for only $5 you can adopt this dog or this child. One of those. Anyways, so yeah, what? Just get a fucking get one of the dogs. Go to the fucking pound. Go to the vet, man. Fucking buy a dog. Hey, can you breed me a dog? Even though there's those ones that could probably and make sure you breed one for me that doesn't work right. Ugh, people are so vain. Oh wait, the humans do it for them? Ah! That's like you ever see those people that they breed horses where it's usually a chick. I mean I guess there's guys that do it too, but they'll jack a horse off and put it into a thing to fuck another horse or to put it into like if you just say like, hey, what do you do for a living? I jack off horses. You know, there's people like that's if you ask them what do you do for a living, they would say, oh, I'm into equestrian breeding. That's what they say. But then you go, but what do you do? And if they were being honest, they would have to say, I jack off horses for a living. There's people that's a percentage. That's some of your brothers, your sisters, your ma, your mother was probably your mother was probably a horse fucker or a donkey fucker. But these people exist. There's all sorts of jobs that are so weird. That's what you do. Jack off horses. Was a Parsival. A rabbi, a dolphin, and a monkey walking in a porn shop. Oh, a rabbi, not a rabbit. You got a fish hat for the full moon. Oh yeah, I was yeah, there was what is it like a 80% moon? It was a nice moon last night. I got I got the moon energy last night. A lot of lunacy. Labor Day lunacy. Oh, speaking of Labor Day lunacy, it is 12:20 on a Tuesday. What is it? September 6th. And I did thanks to you guys, I was able to enjoy. I haven't been out in weeks. Um, but you guys was so gracious and have given me a couple dollars. I went out and had a good time yesterday. Probably spent more money than I should have. Uh, but you know, had to buy some people drinks and shots and whatever. It's a good day though, so appreciate it. And if you guys want to still support my silliness, my lunacy, if you like hours of me just shitting on stupid people, or you know, it's not always like this. Sometimes it's educational. Sometimes it's different. Some you know, all sorts of stuff goes on here. But if you want to support this habit of being ridiculous, you can do that. Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, description box. Boo. Oh, it's on the bottom of the screen. It's not on the bottom of the screen. It is now. Put it there. Where is it? Oh, the banner right there. Right there. There it is. There it is. You can find me in any of those places. Where are we at here? Oh, and if anybody wants to buy me lunch, that'd be great. I'm very hungry. I'm very hungry today because This is me trying to. Uh, I don't really have a hangover. I have like the kind of like I'm still drunk in the morning. Not really drunk, but just I don't have a headache or anything. I'm just kind of like, yeah, I probably drank too much yesterday. So if you want to support me putting uh, some, what do I need? Like sugar, maybe carbohydrates. I don't know. You gotta buy me lunch. You can't. Delphinium. What's up, Danny? Delta Delphinium. Haha. John Lilly. Dolphin love. I didn't know anything about that. Wait, Mike Rowe jerked off a horse? Ah, come on, Mike is a cool dude. When dirty jogs, uh-uh. I was all for. I'm all for like people have weird, stupid, crazy jobs, man. I get it, and I'm willing to put myself through that just to know how they live, what they have to go through. But jerking off a horse, that's where we draw the line here, buddy. That's where we draw the line. Okay, here I have a question for you guys. What would you? Okay, how much money would you need to be paid to say work at McDonald's? It's not something you want to do. You probably have some moral or ethical reasons for not wanting to work at McDonald's. But if you were to be paid X amount of dollars, like what dollar amount would that be to work at Mickey D's? Of course you would. If somebody was like, "I'll give you $1 million to work at McDonald's for a year," I'm sure you'd probably take that. I'd probably would take that. It'd be tough to say for a year, if it was like for a couple months maybe. But what about jerking off a horse? We're talking about today. We are talking about jerking off horses. How much money would you need to be provided to a 9 to 5 job, just stroking, stroking horsecock? I mean, some guys would probably do it for free. Some people would probably pay to do it. Some chicks might too. But what would you? And okay, now let's just again remember that some people are doing that for not a lot of money. Like their job, like, "Oh, I'm a veterinarian. What do you do?" Well, also I feverishly masturbate cows or sheep, not cows, bulls, and that they'll do it for like not even 6 figures. They're doing it for less than that. What would it take? What would it take for you to stroke off the cock of a bull? Danny, you got a lap dance and a dolphin club? You got a lap dance at a dolphin club? Is that some at? What does that even mean? At a dolphin club? Is that like a code word for a strip club? Is that what you Polynesian people do? You go to dolphin clubs? I thought you guys went to donkey shows. Danny the dirty Mexican. Oh yeah, yeah. Thank you, Frank. Donations. If you donate to me anything over $10, you will lose weight. In fact, if you really wanted me to do magic for you, you pay me. You pay me, and I will do magic for you, like real deal. Like I'll send you. I can tell. I don't offer it, but I will. You don't think this is here for a reason? This is That's Shokeru. Is that what it's called? Power symbol for Reiki. I can send you Reiki. I can do magic. I can do magic over the Ethernet, over the internet. Or if you're a semi good looking chick and you paid me, you could donate to me, and then I would return the favor for you. It wouldn't be officially prostitution because I don't do that. You'd be paying me. It'd be like you'd pay me for you'd pay me to read you a book. Hey, whatever, I'm whoring myself out these days. Whatever it takes. Just, and I can help you in return. 10 for just the low cost. People out here, you give money to homeless cats. You be watching the shit on TV, you get all emotionally tired, and you give money to these charities and shit. Would you give money to me? I'm doing way more than the Cancer Foundation of America is doing. American Cancer Society. Trillions and trillions of dollars that you just funnel in and you pay for them. You pay for these little brats and retarded kids. Pay me. I'm doing a lot more for humanity than these worthless people. These stupid little children. Haha, if you said you would jerk off a horse. So just Frank said he would jerk off a horse happily, barehanded, if he made a few $100,000. So you would jerk off a horse for $300,000. Hmm. If you told someone that you jerked off a horse for $300,000, people would laugh at you. That would be your thing. You'd be the horse tugger. But there are, like I said before, if you worked on a farm as a farm hand, you definitely are doing something that's disgusting. Nobody will make fun of you though. You make lots of money. It's part of your job description, but it's not the only thing you do. I don't know. I don't know if I could do it. I don't even know. I don't even know if if someone set $1 million right in front of me, and all you have to do is jerk that horse off. I don't know that I could. I don't know that I could bring myself to it. Like okay, so Danny here, if you put $20 on the ground, she would do it. You could probably put a bowl of Cheerios on the ground, and Danny would jerk off a horse for that. You know what I'm saying? Danny would probably give you $20 to jerk off a horse. Yeah, if you were in the zone, you'd do it for free. What's up, Marco Jocko? What are you doing? What are you doing? I don't know when you got here, but we've been talking about stroking, like Clarence Carter, stroking off animals. This is the subject for today. This is today's topic. Talking about beating off a dead horse. What about what other animal? Is there an outer limit? Is there out of bounds of what animal that you would give a tug job to? What about a dog? But I mean, now that's different, right? Because a dog is like that's your companion, that's your buddy. That would be easier. Like what if your friend was suffering? He lost use of his hands. He was in Nam or whatever. I don't know. He can't use his hands anymore, and he needed some help. Would you jerk your friend off? Would you jerk a dog off? Is there Would you do it for free, or would it be too difficult? You know. And what if you're really friendly with horses? Could you then? Would it change anything? Would you have an easier time jerking off your friend, a homeless guy, or just some random dude at a party in Belize? Hey Marco, is it called bestiality? Well, we weren't talking. So you got here a little late. We weren't talking about it. I'm making it funny and bestiality. I'm making it funny that way. But we were talking about like literally that's people's jobs. Yeah, are people that put that thing in there and blowing loads, dude. Horse loads. You would not jerk off an alligator. Do alligators have dicks? How come every animal like there's some sort of weird thing where you don't really do okay, think about this. Think about every bear that you've seen. You've seen bears, right? Watch all the Animal Planet, all these documentaries and shit. Where's their dick? Where's all these animals? Most of these animals, the only animals you really think about having a dick are the four-legged ones. Yeah, correct. Even I mean, a bear? You've never seen a bear dong? You would have 10. You'd stroke off your dog to help him out, but you couldn't fully tug off a man. The only animals would be a dog and a woman. Yeah, come on, you would just for fun. You would do it for funsies, I know. Oh, ha 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 ha. Judy said she would. Okay, for millions of dollars, she would not spit in people's food. She would not. Oh, I'd spit. That's the funny thing is people work at restaurants and spit in your food for $7 an hour. They have machines that sperm. Yeah, I think the animal would. That's kind of like I think the animal would prefer you know human touch. Would you rather fuck a robot or a human? I've said this before, and maybe you guys can help me out here. I don't think I prefer dating women anymore. I think they're trifling. I think they're liars. I think they're worthless. I don't and I don't feel like making a baby with anyone. Too much responsibility. So if you guys want to, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna start a GoFundMe campaign. You guys can start paying into it right now. Just type whenever you donate, put it in the description box that you would like to fund my. I just want like a Asian fuck doll, but it's gotta be lifelike. It's gotta be like a whole thing. I don't even take her out on dates. I'll be one of those people. You see the people like Lars and the what is it called? Lars and the real one or something. Lars and the real girl. He dates the plastic doll. Or Her was a good one with Joaquin Phoenix where he falls in love with the computer. Well, I need like a fucky doll. You guys donate to that. And I don't want just like the whole. I just don't want the butt I need the whole thing. And maybe get me in one of the advanced ones where you could like put a computer thing in there and it talks or something. I don't know. Donations to this. Those would help me out a lot. You guys, I would probably be more apt to. I'd be a little more comfortable. I wouldn't talk so much shit on humanity because I would realize that humans did me the service of making me a fuckbot. I'm like, oh, I guess it's not too bad after all. I'd probably I'd be a lot more calm. And this is, yeah. See how spastic I am? This is it. This is what you get. It's under the fur. Yeah, right, F10. How would you know? Unless a hunter cut it off. Yeah, get a robot lady. Well, I mean, I tried to purchase a couple like actual. Well, no, I didn't try to purchase. I was trying to scoop a couple of chicks up. But they had too much human like qualities. You know, like eating, sleeping, bitching. You know, it just didn't seem worth it. Danny said your ex's coworker thought I should be allowed to have around. What does that even? Danny, can you try using the whole repertoire of the English language? Oh, can you put a whole sentence together that I can understand? And and also, it's not ALOUD. It's allow with a W. Anybody want to teach that? You guys want to do? You want to have an English class today with Danny? Because apparently, uh, English is her second language. She's not a great speller guy. Oh, she always gets, she confuses herself. A L O is A L L O W E D. That's how you spell it. After all, that's what he did. I could see why. Oh, well, hey, Frank, why a live stream a wedding, marrying an Asian fuck doll? Sure, it could be funny. So I'll take her out on dates and go to fancy restaurants. That would be completely ridiculous. I like it. Yeah, I'm gonna marry myself an Asian fuck doll, and I'm excited about this. I got a whole life planned out, and it would be cheap because I won't, you know, you really don't gotta feed them, and I'll be able to use all the money that I save to purchase a boat and drugs. So I'll go out in the ocean, my little sexy doll, and take all the drugs, and you guys will do a couple shows out there, and just float off into oblivion. Say goodbye to everybody. Saying it with a straight face. Well, here's the thing. Um, it's probably because I'm being honest. It's this is something I've got for years. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is about me. I think it's more or less because I say things that seem a little absurd, but when it's true, you know, so it's hard to tell. Like whenever I'm being funny, people think I'm being honest. And whenever I'm being honest, uh, people think I'm being funny. I think, no, that's for real. Like you tell somebody like straight face, I go, okay, yeah, you should go ahead and put some aged urine on that wound there, or do this. But they're like, ha ha ha, funny. Like no, like when I say shit that it just sounds so absurd, but it's the truth. And then when I'm being funny, they're like, you for real? I'm like, yeah, Keeping a straight face, keeping that poker face no matter what. Synthetic love, yeah. I mean, it, an orgasm's still organic. I'm still gonna get off. I don't care. I don't care if it's We've already discussed this the other day about how humans are becoming more robot-like and robots are becoming more human-like. There's higher, lower risk, higher reward with synths. I don't got to deal with that lip. I got to worry about hurting the thing. If I get a little punchy, getting away with it. It's kind of like Westworld, at least the beginning, before they became conscious and decided to take over the world and just kill all the humans. Get her hair braided. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I think why is it that it's always an Asian fuck doll? Is that what you'd go for? Would you want like the white chick with the blonde hair and Asian? Why is it always an Asian? Black girl? What would you like? I for some reason if it's a fake fuck doll, then it's got to be an Asian, right? Hey, look at who's here. We're talking dildos, pig cock, and Asian fucky dolls. Anybody want to get on
I'll
this?
go to the.
Nope. Well, I mean, you're wearing rubber gloves. What do you are you jerking off gerbils today?
No, blasting rocks as usual.
Ooh, I can't. Yeah. I'm unable to hear the sound of your voice right now. So it's very, very echoed and muffly, echoey and muffled, something like that. What did
How about now?
are you ginger today?
I'm Ginger, yeah, like from hell was that show with Gilligan's Island.
Oh yes. Yeah, that's I've only seen it like once or twice. Was it good? Isn't that when they're all stuck on the boat or whatever, and then they fall off the boat and they're
Yeah, the stupid ass captain Wrexham and
oh
Gilligan.
that was around the time of MASH, right? MASH and Gilligan's Island, those are the two big ones.
I reckon. I Wrexham sore. I'm Wrexham.
Rectum, barely even know him. It sounds like you're trying to eat the microphone.
How about that?
What'd you say, Just Frank? You would be feeding into the depopulation agenda? The purpose of human relationship is not pleasure. Parsley, you're getting a little too esoteric on it. Of course it is. But you think
Just
it's
Frank.
creative? Hey, Parsley, you think the purpose of human relationships is pain, suffering, and reproduction? No. That's so Indian of you, man. Your Indian parents really got in your head there, huh? Dude, my a friend of mine's Indian parents. They were trying to have their son have an arranged marriage. They're trying to arrange marriage to their daughter. They had an arranged marriage, and when like my friend asked her parents about their marriage, and they said, "Oh no, we didn't like each other. We we've grown to love each other, but they hate each other." What a stupid, miserable, idiotic, moronic existence that is. And it's all based upon some biblical nonsense or some Quran or whatever the fuck Hindu holy books and scriptures from you just come together, I give you one cow, I fuck your wife, we make baby, you go do this. It's I think that's a pathetic way to live. I think it's miserable and stupid. Like it's like I mean, viewing it that way is the same thing when people believe someone is their property. We are married. She is mine. She is nothing more than a car or a horse. We are only doing this to make more baby, so that baby can go to work, and that work can make more factory job. That factory job gives me car. That car gives me money. I need gold, gold, gold. Give me the gold. And I'm all about depopulation. Hey, and also, just Frank, just to remind you, I'm all for um, depopulation. Yep. There, it's not that there's too many people. Remember this. It's not that there's too many people on the planet, because there's plenty more that could fit here. We could definitely we could triple the population and we'd be fine. There's more than enough space, more than enough stuff. There's more. It'll all work. But because there needs to be less stupid people, we could get rid of about 97% of the population. What would that be? How's that math work? We only need a few million people here, really. The 500 million, way too much. I'm out doing the NWO or whatever those people were, the Georgia Guidestones. I'm well beyond that. We need way less people because people are stupid. Remember, next time you think you're smart, remember what Zen told you. You're stupid. Don't go don't go out there thinking you're all hyper intelligent. You want a white, blonde haired, chubby sex doll? Parcel, that you're doing it wrong. You already said you ain't even been in a relationship in a while. Parcel, I think you're a little jaded. And maybe it might just be um, where you live. Maybe it's the culture. Maybe it's the African culture. Maybe you just need to maybe go to the Netherlands or something. Go get yourself a prostitute, man. I don't know. For just Frank, dating is for pleasure and marriage is for pain. I would agree with that. I mean I think whether poly or mono, however you want to do that, monogamy or polygamy, I think they both work. It just depends on the mentality of the person. Right? But I think the marriage thing is a bad idea. Marriage is a mirage. It's an illusion based upon church and state. If you want to be with someone, what you do, you just be with them. That's how it works. There's no that way. If once you marry something, then you go, oh, that's mine. That they'll be there. You resent. If you just go, if you're with somebody, you have to get up every day and make an effort. We're not we're not we're not married. I have to make sure that this person is still happy. I have to check in on them. They need to make sure this relationship works. You got to check every day. Once you're married, you don't give a fuck. You get fat and lazy. You stop doing the things to take care of yourself, and you stop doing the things to take care of the other person. It's no good. Danny, uh, how did Danny's comment? No way I would jack off any animal. I noticed when I was around animals or men, someone will always have a heart on. Yeah, because well, I mean, when you're sitting there being all sultry and you're just sweating because you crave cock. That's like you're just like sweating it, and you're like, oh yeah, look at me, yeah. Like, what do you think's gonna happen when you act all whorish? Of course, the instinct. We'll take over. No matter how old the child grows. Hi, Christopher. Yeah, you will eat the bugs. They will eat the bugs. Zen, don't go out there thinking I'm all hyper intelligent. Don't worry, I will. See, that's the difference. I know I'm highly intelligent. I know everybody else is a fucking idiot. That's just the point. You got, I mean, yeah, obviously, yeah, humble myself all the time. The only, I've had to explain this so many times. The only reason that I know as much as I do is because I'm willing to be dumb, be curious, be stupid, ask dumb questions. You only end up knowing something because you didn't know it before, and because I want to know something, I will look into it. I'm curious. Which just by that, they say the smarter you are, the more that you don't know. No, that's wrong. The more that I know, period. I know more. If I know one piece of information, that's what I know. If tomorrow I know 10 pieces of information, I certainly know more, don't I? The whole thing, the more you know, the more you know that you don't know. Yeah, that goes without saying. Yeah, okay. Well, there's a lot you don't know. Sure. Let's stop focusing on that. Let's stop focusing on what you don't know. Let's focus on what you do know. If you got a puzzle, there's 100 pieces of that puzzle, and I jump the box out, and you get 4 pieces. You're not gonna be able to do much with that puzzle. If I give you 90 pieces, you're almost gonna put that puzzle together. Who knows more? The one with 90 pieces. F10 sitting on my fucking high horse. That's goddamn right I am. I'm sitting on a goddamn. This is my throne. This is my throne, dude. Danny feels the same way about men and women. She means she just starts sweating profusely from her gash. She just gets turned on over men and women. You got married. You almost got married once and sprained your ankle. Oh, F10. Oh, you're taking me serious. Well, I haven't proved anything. Oh, you're trying to be witty here? Absolutely, I'm more intelligent than most people. Absolutely. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You see, this is the beginning of the video that I said. Most people think they're smart and they're stupid. Maybe I am. Maybe I'm. But I don't think if I'm that stupid, people are going to be listening to me as often as they do, for as long as they do. Must be something. My guy. When people say my guy, that's very condescending. I don't. That's something that I guarantee you would not say my guy to me in person because I would backhand you really quickly. I would just, I would smack you the way that your parents probably want to smack you, and you probably didn't get beat up enough as a child. My guy. You see it does not get, it's not a good look. If I say my guy to somebody, them is fighting words. Those are definitely like I'm ready to accost someone, and they probably deserve it. I mean, there is obviously a big difference between confidence and cockiness. Like I play with the cockiness. Like I think it's funny. Obviously, uh, obviously, most of the time I'm just joking. But you can't. You gotta have. You gotta like. What do you think? You think you think Michael Jordan or Kobe Bryant was cocky? They were just better. What are gonna? What are they gonna? What are they turn down their shine? They're gonna. I'm gonna turn down me because somebody else. Because everybody else is I'm gonna start running slower because everybody else is a cripple. Uh, I don't know. You didn't it triggered me? Nah, not really. What do you? What would you be? Um, why would you do? Why would you try to? Was that your intention? What is your purpose? To trigger me? What you say here? People. Uh, hey Ginger Junie, what does it say? People something. People what you on, but they forget. People. Oh, the thing that, but remember how they make you feel. Yeah, yeah. Well, here's my response to that. Um, I agree with it to a certain extent, but I'm not in control. I'm not in control of the way you feel about something. I'm not, when people are like, "You, you hurt my feelings," I'm offended. Then be offended. That's your fault. It's like when F10 said he triggered me. If I was really triggered, whatever that means, I guess that's like the pop thing for like, well, I'm triggered. Is that the thing people say? Then I'd be giving fecal matter 10 here a power over me. But that can't be. That couldn't occur. Just Frank. Alex Stein. Are you talking about prime time 99 Alex Stein? Is that who you're talking about? Oh, oh, F10. That's my perspective. That's fine. However, I meant it with no malice. Unlike you, bro. See, he said he went from my guy to bro, both of which. See, because I can't tell from you typing on a keyboard, you could be doing that, going giggity giggity giggity, or you could be like, my guy, bro. See, I can't tell. You get the luxury of seeing me do this. So and then you can evaluate whether I'm playing or I'm actually upset or something. You can from here, my standpoint, you got to remember I'm just reading this. This to me, F10, Just Frank, uh, Danny. To me, you're just words. You know what I'm saying? I never met you. I don't know what you look like. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? So I respond to this in accordance to just the letters. I don't. There's no quotes. There's no emojis. I would prefer. Yeah, F10. I'd prefer. I prefer emojis. Did you ever watch that video I made? I think that emojis are a higher form of language. It's kind of like pictograms or like Egyptian. Like a symbol says so much more. You could take 10 emojis and give me some sort of storyline, emotion. You give me an emotion through an emoji. You could give me here's an image that represents so much more than words could. So I as somewhat of, I guess I'm an adult. I don't know. I make an attempt not to be, I guess. But usually they say, "Oh, emojis are stupid. They're for kids. You shouldn't use them." Da, da, da. I don't think so. I think more people should use emojis. I think it's genius. I think it's brilliant. Just because emojis tend to be like, people are going to use like a picture of a uh, like a cucumber or what the hell people do because that means a dick, or like it's a picture of a smiley face and it's like, yeah, we can do a lot more with the emoticons, and I think they should be used more often. Hey, Christopher Lee, yeah. Yeah, triggered is a mind control term. Not only in a sense when somebody goes, "Oh, you're triggered." Oh, yeah, people that it's it's much like how people gaslight you. Oh, you're. Oh, I know you're mad. I'm not mad. Oh no, I know you're mad. It's okay. Oh, you're triggered. That's it's a condescending cunty thing to do. It's an arrogant, ignorant, condescending, cunty thing to do. To the, just Frank, like like a boy with his hand in a cookie jar saying it wasn't me, or like or like Danny with her hand stuck um in an elephant's anus or a horse's anus, fisting. Uh, I will F10. I mean, whatever, man. Think what you want. I'm playing around. This is how many times you listen to me. I talk like this, and obviously I don't know you. Again, I don't know where you are. Me telling me that your family. I don't even fucking know if you have a family. I don't give a shit. What do you think I'm gonna? It's you, so I'm gonna talk different. I don't know who the fuck you are. I don't really care. Obviously, I'm not gonna backhand you. Obviously, you're not here. Obviously, I don't know how you really meant it. I mean, if you were here, I wouldn't backhand you. I would open palm slap you in the face. See, take hey if you can take a dick, take a joke. Parcel now Parcel's in on it. Give me the buddy guy. Okay, well, okay, so there we go. So hey, F10. So now if you say buddy and my guy with no ill intent, then you have uh then I redact all the triggeredness that you think caused me. Every speaking of triggered, everything is a trigger means a prompt. Anything anyone says is a prompt to something. You could ooh, don't talk about purple because that'll get them. Don't talk about gay babies because his don't talk about being somebody lost their hand in a war. Don't talk. Don't they got their hand cut off in a wood chipper. Don't say wood chipper. You know what I'm saying? Like everything can be a trigger. Everything is a prompt to respond. Like somebody the other day asked me a question. It was the dumbest fucking question. I was like on a dating, like one of those what a swipey dating app things, which and it's like it amuses me. Like once a week, I'll just look at it and go, why am I even doing this? And I don't go on any dates. And it's just like, who the fuck is this? Chick asked me, do you prefer someone? Here's the question: do you prefer someone that's emotionally unavailable or too open? And I was like, obviously, I'm not dating robots. You can't you can't date a robot. Like if you're in a relationship, you have to be emotionally available to some degree. That was kind of my answer. She goes, "Is that your answer?" I was like, "Well, that's what the fuck I just typed, isn't it?" I was like, "How do you?" And then there was this. It was the most. She's like, "Well, so you're saying?" So she goes, "So what you're saying is you want somebody to be very open?" I was like, "No." I was like, "I didn't say that. You prompted me with giving me two choices: absolutely not available emotionally, or I'm gonna fucking shit and piss and puke my reality everywhere on everyone at all times." And I was like, I just said I don't want that one. That doesn't imply I want the other one. So the prompt was just what you're saying is like, oh Jesus Christ, this is a. I feeling a goddamn like I'm filling out a resume, going to a job. Is this an interview for a fucking job? Like it's like saying, do you like would you like chicken? Here's the idea. You like chicken or fish? And I go, well, I don't like chicken. So what you're saying is you love fish. No, I just said I don't like chicken. In fact, I want steak and eggs. It wasn't an option. Peace was never an option. You fancy a young Winston Churchill? Not quite as evil. You're a more intelligent Keanu Reeves with a bigger boner. Oh, bone structure. Your keyboard is being a dick. Oh yeah. The autocorrect. Frank, are you a Jew face, or you just did it to see what would happen? You know what you need to do is you should go on a Christian mingle and J date and make make a profile for each, and then have whoever you're dating on either one, like, are trying to put their profiles together. So like you get a supreme Jew going out with the super Christian. They think they're trying to date you, but you put their profile on there. That'd be pretty fucking funny. You're Jewish, just not rich. Differently disabled. Is that another name for being Jewish? Differently disabled. Hey, hold on, y'all. Let me go piss. I'll be back in a second. Enjoy each other's company. Uh, and remember that if F10 says my guy or dude or something, he's not being he's not being insensitive or rude. It's just the way he talks. So now that I've learned that, I can accept him calling me my guy, even though I don't like it. I'll accept it. Might piss me off to the point that I'll smack him over the computer. I mean, you could. I mean, just so you know, I mean, this has been broken a few times from backhanded people. I'm just telling you, it could happen. I'll send you a backhand through the mail. Oh yeah, that was a pretty splendid piss. Oh, let me grab. I'll be right back. Let me grab some ice and make myself another cocktail. Okay, great. Uh, God, hey, you guys, I still got this. I still got the vodka from last week. See, this is just to understand. I've had this for quite a while now. Been doing pretty good. Well, then again, I guess I did drink some beer and wine, but got my medicine. Uh, you am the other. Just Frank. Yeah. Yes, see. You know what's funny? You know what's funny is I will not say that word around white people. Around my black friends. Oh, no problem. See, but I'm not. See, I think that's where you find out who's a racist. I've had friends in the past that I'm pretty sure they were borderline kind of racist because we'd hang out with melanated people, that he wouldn't even attempt to to use such language, but he would tell that joke. He would say something with that as a punchline or something in a joke around white people, and I was like, "Hey, don't do that. Like that's not what you do." And if you can't because if you can't like if you can't say it here, are you gonna say it over there? That's some. I never liked that. And also, hey, you want some of my upbringing? I didn't know it until later in my life. But I like how white trash I grew up because we were like lower middle class, but white trash though. I didn't in hindsight looking back, and I was like, oh shit, yep. And I didn't realize there was quite a bit of subtle racism in my family. But I wouldn't call them my family because again, I'm adopted. So well, but oh yeah, yeah, the father figure definitely supreme racist, and it became very apparent because I have a younger brother. Um, because I'm adopted, I think the genes just went right from the father thing because he wasn't adopted, right from the father guy to him. So the racism kind of just jumped over me. Or it wasn't. I don't know. Maybe it just wasn't in my blood, or like I don't know how it happened. I somehow wasn't, but I was I was dating this Indian chick, and my brother comes hang out with us, and my girlfriend was like, "Oh, would you ever, I don't know how it got up. She was talking about like getting married or like dating." And my brother was straight. He was like, because he's like 10 years younger than me. He just straight said he would never date a black chick or outside of his. He would never date a chick that isn't white. I'm like, what? I was like, how does that happen? I thought being born in, you grew up in the 90s, 2000s, a little progressive here. I thought it was okay to like intermingle species. Man, did I grow up in some white trash, racist fucking upbringing. Crazy, man. And then you go, oh shit, I didn't even know that. And it's your family, so you're so connected to it, like you're there, so you don't notice it. But when you're outside of it and you look at it, you go, oh shit, those people were piles of shit. I always thought, it's really interesting whenever you see someone that has like a quote unquote a quote normal unquote family, but you've had a pretty good upbringing. You have a good family. It doesn't happen too often. Most people like being inside of the fishbowl, not seeing. It's like seeing being outside of the forest. See what is this? Are we back? Cool. I guess I can't talk about my. I guess I just can't talk about my upbringing, my family, and my trauma, my childhood trauma. I'm going through a rebirthing process. People do that. Like, I'm like, man, it's not. People don't need to be that dramatic about it. You're supposed to like kind of you deal with your traumas and your post traumatic stress disorders, which all have. Everybody has it. Childhood traumas. I've discussed this many times with people. You deal with it on a daily basis. Little things that you'll interact with, and you go, oh, that reminds me as a reflection of parental parental figures, authority figures, sisters, brothers, these things that happen to you that become traumas and triggers and shit. And you go, oh, that's because this happens all the time. And when you notice yourself doing it, this is where the healing occurs, at least for yourself. Is you ever get in an argument with your girlfriend, boyfriend, someone, and you realize during the argument that you're not even really you each of you don't even really know what you're mad at, but it's not actually the other person. It's a whole litany of things that have occurred that situation resembles 20 other situations that maybe had nothing to do with that person or not even that moment. Like you just you're making this assumption and projecting an idea of like, oh, last time we had this conversation, this is how she acted, or oh, then which you don't connect with is the other traumas, the other relationships you've had. That's a big thing. So when you're interacting with somebody, you go, oops, excuse me, I didn't mean to project that. I didn't mean to be triggered by that. That has nothing to do with you. If you dealt with everybody as perfectly as possible, with the words that they're saying and their intentions right then, great way to be. But it's most people are so caught up in reliving their past traumas and history, or projecting some sort of future. I mean, you need to have your memories of things to evaluate your reality, how to interact, and you have to have, and you should be projecting a future, positive future, to some degree. Some people are just straight bullshitting, like, oh yeah, I'm fucking. They say they just make these monumentally ridiculous claims, but you should say like, hey, but if I say I'm a millionaire, right now, am I? Would I be lying? But Neville Goddard or all of these teachers say, act as if right now you have the thing that you want, and be in a state of always expecting, or live now as if you had it. Be very thankful for what you have and what you're going to receive. So you live almost in a mythical fable, in a world that you're trying to represent. It's kind of like here's the language. Dress for the job that you want, not the one that you have. Are you lying? Fake it till you make it kind of thing. You got to have an attitude of gratitude, that kind of thing. There's my motivational. Despite calling everyone a dumb asshole, obviously I go on these tirades, and I don't mean that all the time. That's the motivation you should have. The majority of me feels that way. That part right there. Still, I think most people are dumb fuckers, but it's possibility. The possibility is for them to improve. Uptown, there you go. That's where you go. Sorry, I just went on that tangent there. It's probably something you said here. Tolerant of others, shivering to sex shit wholeheartedly. Yeah. Yeah, that's having that, knowing that shit is not completely great all the time, but having that expectation of people to be better. Like, okay, it's kind of like having a puppy or a child, in the sense where you go, okay, you're failing at this because you don't know how to ride a bike. You pooped on the carpet, but it's not your fault. If somehow you can interact with society and humans as a whole on that level, that everybody's just out here having a learning human experience, and they're gonna fuck up and foul, and they'll be tripping over this and accidents here. If you can look at things that way, you'll live a little more comfortably. It'll work out better. Let me give you an example. I'll give you an example. It happened to me yesterday. Okay, I go to my favorite bagel, whatever you say. People make fun of me for saying bagel, but I was like, well, why do you say bagel? There's not a Y in it. They say BAYGUL. I was like, it's not bagel. They say, oh, bagel. Say bagel? Why do you say bagel? Anyways, I go to one of the greatest bagel spots. Uh, I would say anywhere. These people are from Jersey, New Jersey, New York, so they already know what a real, true Jewy, New Yorky, thing is with schmear and instead of cream cheese, they do schmear. Um, so they know what's up, and they're classically trained. They're chefs, like they know what's up. Anyway, so you go there, and it's been open for months now. But no matter when you go, there's a line out the door into the hot sun through it's like when I say it's an hour wait, I'm not exaggerating. I don't exaggerate when I tell stories. About an hour wait to get a fucking bagel, just a fucking bagel. Well, I went and stood in this line, sweating, but I got a beer, I got my music, I'm good, just chilling, waiting. I get up and I order, and after I ordered, sit down, get the number, and then the girl walks over to me and she's like, what did you have? I was like, yeah, the only because they were down to just making one type of bagel. It was cheese, provolone, da da da. It looked awesome. And she's like, I'm sorry, but we're out of that. And then the restaurant's still kind of full. Like we're completely out of that. And they were just like so like I was like, man, I sat here for an hour and change, already paid for it, and they were and because I didn't, I just was like, well, okay, I guess that's the way it works. It was a more comfortable day than if I because really, if you sat and waited for something for an hour and didn't get it, you'd probably be pissed. But I was like, ain't no reason to be pissed. Just whatever. This is what happened today. Fuck it. I'll be happy. I'll move on. I'll go have some other snacks. Worked out. So as long as if you treat reality like that, where like sometimes shit don't work out, sometimes shit goes wrong. But maybe I got something better out of it. Maybe for having waited there and not got that, I avoided some other conflict. Okay, you got to think that sometimes. Some other maybe I would have been on the streetcar and somebody shit their pants on it and the whole thing smelled like doo doo. And because I waited there and did all that, I avoided that. Who knows? Speaking of prostate exams, just Frank. You had a couple black friends, and yeah, and looking back on it, when I growing up, when I did have a melanated of a darker persuasion friend, like my parents were way different around them. Like it was an abrupt altering of the way they interact, like the way they interacted with my normal friends. Because if you're black, you're abnormal, and I'm saying it from their perspective. They acted a certain way. I brought any of my black friends around, a whole different. It was almost like I don't know if they had white guilt, that kind of thing, where they were like overly like, oh, or like, oh my gosh, I've never seen. How did you? What is? They weren't like wondering if he was going to steal something, something like that. But it was just, I was like, man, you guys are weird. Have you never seen a black person before? Then you got to wonder, like, I don't know, maybe they grew up in a time and place where there was not the darkies around. For just Frank, you used to laugh at the white trash as they walked by the front of your trailer. See, I didn't live in a trailer. I lived in a middle class normal house. But my relatives, pretty uh, Pennsylvania Dutch hick trailer, and others were trailers. Yeah. Yeah, there's not many normal families. Just the yeah, I had all of my uncles were weird. I one of them I called my drunk, which is funny because I don't even know that he was the drunkest. The father and the mother side, every one of them was really. In fact, looking back on it, two of my uncles, one on each side, flaming hot homos, super gay of all gays. Yep. And the one gay uncle, he was fit, clean, and order. Everything's and in shape and all this. And the other one was he didn't really drink that much. The other one was a complete alcoholic, and then my other uncle, he was a Scotch alcoholic, and the other one huffed paint, and he looked like he got his nose broke every day, probably from like sniffing methamphetamine and cocaine and getting in bar fights. Yeah, we're pretty classy. Pretty much all my uncles were pretty fucked up. But then and the other one was like super religious, and his kids were insane. That one, oh man, he was kind of dude that would definitely whip his children with a belt and then hit him in the head with the Bible. What if you have an argument, you realize you were wrong, and you can't admit it? Well, here's what I do. I don't argue if I'm going to be wrong. I argue out of a place of knowledge, and also if I've been in conversations where I'm in the end I was wrong because it wasn't necessarily based on fact. It was based on assumptions and opinions, and I can go, oh, dude, I fucked up. I was wrong. Sorry. I don't really have that problem, but I tend not to get in that kind of position to argue out of a lack of knowledge. It wouldn't make a lot of sense. It's like on here whenever somebody asks me something, I'm like I'm either going to tell you and I know it. I've I've done the research. I've looked at it. I can verify it. It's like I would never tell you guys to drink pee pee unless I had done it. You know what I mean? I got it. I would never tell you the fast unless I've done it. You know, I need some sort of. I'm not going to trust someone to say they're going to fix my car. I'm like, is you're a mechanic? Well, no, I've never fixed a car before. I'm not having them fix my car. It is I. Neville did make fun of people. Yeah, yeah, yeah. He had something in there. Um, yeah, I mean that's the thing is people. There's people in the. We were getting this earlier a little bit of like if you were around in the '60s, '70s, whatever, your perception would be that the Earth is a ball and that we land on the moon. It'd be a hard you'd be hard pressed to not accept it as such during that period of time. In hindsight, we can certainly say these things are ridiculous. I never even thought about the moon landing, whether it was true or not. But when I looked at it, then I was like, oh, of course, it's stupid. Nice, nice headband. Don Ho called and wants a shirt back. What do I got? You see my shirt? Where's my guy? I got this little. I got a bunny, fucking suicide bunny. That's funny you say that because yesterday, for what what day was it yesterday? Was it called Labor Day? So the streets were kind of packed with Florida, Florida University. Was it? It was LSU played the Seminoles. Yeah, and everybody in the city was from Florida, so they had their Florida shirts on. They're like flower prints and all that. Yeah, yeah, it was all day yesterday. Everybody had their. I just came from the beach Florida shirts on. Yeah, yeah, yeah. even though it was possible it was fake. Yes, yes, yes. I hear what you're saying. I think that just I think out of its possibility, everything's possible to manifest and whatever. Yeah, I mean we all have our blind spots in like actual things and events that happened. We put some faith in things that maybe we shouldn't. That's like whenever I listen to people that say that kind of stuff from that period and that time frame, I can't it's like now when someone's talking about heliocentrism and now I can say I don't trust that person. But I'm not gonna, and I'm not gonna. I don't know if I can qualify or verify anything else that they're saying. I don't trust them. But somebody from early 1900s, mid 1900s, different time periods, there's going to be an overarching, whatever that time and mind control said about, the shape of the earth, what those things are. So yeah, for me, it doesn't take much away from what he said. Ever watch Quadrophenia? Nah, I don't know this one. Oh, you downloaded that Boy and His Dog? Nice. Yes, yes, yes. Yeah, I want to rewatch that too. Where did you download it from? Was it like because I couldn't find it on any of the streaming services. I think it was on Amazon, but you had to pay for it. Uh. Christopher, you saw a video in China where they're taking pictures of the black tourists. Yeah, that's like a big thing. Whenever, I don't think it's just black people, but good-looking black dudes. Whenever there's big, good-looking black dudes, there's Asian people are like, "What is this?" Like, especially whenever basketball players talk about playing overseas in different countries, especially China, they're like bigger than rock stars. Like, they're like they're more like in this country we would say, "Oh, LeBron's famous and this and that," and but over there they're like, "No, we're more famous over there to those people than even movie stars, rock stars, and football, basketball players are here." Yeah, the sold it boldly. Well, yeah, but I mean, again though that doesn't take away from metaphysics. It doesn't take away from mental magic. You know, things do take form. The more you believe it, if you believe something to not be so, it probably is not going to be so. So there is he says that the world is overrun with facts. And the thing is, any fact that you have right now can alter. Uh, okay, this weird shit happened the other day. What happened yesterday? And it reminded me of a story that somebody was talking about like how things manifest. And this person was saying, okay, I'm in this city and I wanted to go to this magic shop because I wanted to get some tarot cards or something. It's like, all right, so I'm driving down the street and I see this magic shop. It's like 5 o'clock and they're closed. They're closing in a few minutes, right? It's like I go in there and the guy's like, "Well, we're closing." And I can say, "All right, cool. Let me just get this deck of tarot cards." But I want to come back, and he's like, "Oh, I definitely coming back here and checking this place out because it got some cool stuff in there." So he gets his deck, goes back to where he's staying. Next day, he's like, "So I go back out the next day, and he's like, literally, the place didn't exist anymore. It existed just in a time and space for him to get he's like, it was gone. It wasn't there anymore." It was funny because 2 days ago, I was out and I walked past this place that so I haven't been out in the quarter in about 3 weeks, but I know there's this one spot. If you know the city, it's in Decatur, and it's a major thoroughfare. I always walk down it. It's a major street, and there's this spot that sells boiled, like shrimp and crabs and lobster. And in the front of the building, right when you're walking by, it's a corner store, a corner restaurant, and it's all open, so you smell it. It's like when you smell it from like blocks away, and you just smell all the broil happen. So I walked by 2 days ago, and the place is empty. It's got a thing on the window that says closed for sale, blah blah blah. And I looked inside, there's nothing in there. I'm certain of this because I'm like, oh man, where the hell? This place was a staple. That sucks. I never even got to eat there. I just knew the place. I went out yesterday, walked down the street. I look over, and this place is open. It has new signage, a whole new restaurant, completely. There's shit that chairs, things up and running. And I went there like 2 o'clock. So sometime between a place that was a staple being completely closed and empty and nothing in there to the next day just open and running with new signage and everything. I was like, well, that's weird. It's like how quickly something just changes. I mean, yeah, certainly. Okay, maybe they came in the middle of the night and put new things in and trained a whole new crew. Maybe it was the same crew. Who knows? But the manifestation of things just changing or altering. I mean, have you ever done cloud busting? Have you ever changed the weather? You definitely can tell that we do have quite an effect on reality. Junie said millions and millions of stupid people reproducing, and creating religious cults. Where are we at here? Jimmy. Yeah, I don't know who that is. Oh, okay, I got you on the download. American celebrities get. Yeah, there's a lot of. It's always funny whenever you see. When you think about it, because if you're American, Canada, we're watching a similar kind of TV, and then you're like, oh, these are guys are movie stars here. You realize they're movie stars as well in Europe. We're not seeing the European, the Asian, the whatever commercials they do there, and then you watch it like, oh, that's Kobe doing a television commercial for some sort of some sort of fucking bubble gum drink or some shit over in Japan, and you're like, wow, it gives a whole different view of these people. Yeah, cloud busting. Oh man, I took a picture yesterday of the sky was crazy. So pretty much the sun. It's kind of sunny. There's some puffy white clouds here and there, and then there was one black cloud in the middle. It wasn't up there. It was just right there, and it wasn't moving. It was like somebody painted it there. So I'm sitting there at the river. I'm right across. I'm just staring at him, going. Every other cloud's puffy white, fluffy day. There's just huge black cloud just sits there. Didn't move. A couple hours go by. All the other clouds have dissipated. And now there's just a gray cloud where that black one was just sitting there. Hadn't moved. Didn't move. I was like, did somebody break the matrix? Did somebody paint that there? Yeah, cloud busting, man. It's once you do it a couple times, it's pretty interesting. I tried to do it on the black thing. I did try yesterday, and it wasn't budging. I was like, man, I can do it. The rest of these, I can dissipate these things. And I was like, I don't think that's real. You seen a video? Yeah, I've seen a couple with the cloud making machines. I don't know that it was NASA, but I'm sure that umbrella corporation, NASA probably owned this corporation, owned that corporation that owned the machine. It's kind of like uh, the Vatican. The Vatican owns all of the biggest telescopes in the world. What does the Vatican have to do with telescopes? I thought they liked the Jesus guy. What do they need a telescope for? Um, and here's how they own them all. Go to any college. What are they called? St. John, St. This, whatever. It's all church schools. Big schools owned by churches. It's crazy, right? Oh no, oh, which school did you go to? Oh, so you're religious? No. Yeah, but you are. But you are. What are they teaching you about? And how do these colleges that are owned by churches, if churches all believe what you think the churches believe, well, how could they be teaching half the shit they teach unless they believe something else? Unless all of those churches are satanic. Everybody always worried about the New World Order and the Illuminati and the NWO and Hollywood's crazy. Nah, dog. I don't know. Maybe it's just the church, and the church and the media is making you believe the things that aren't evil are, when in fact they're the ones. I mean, it's like, well, the church is going to come out and be like, yeah, we suck. This this is the business we run. They're not going to talk shit about themselves. Or they're going to talk shit about things that go against their system. Who owns the media? Yeah, the media is gonna come out. It's like having somebody do hey, go ahead and evaluate yourself. Yeah, we're gonna do an internal investigation of what happened in September 2001. Yeah, that's who you trust, because they're the ones doing the shit. I'm like, oh yeah, well, let's write it this way. Uh-oh. Hold on one second, y'all. Hopefully I'll be right back. Yeah, hey guys, if you can you hear me here? Hold on. How do we do this? Uh-oh. Oop, 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 oop. Uh, is that better? Uh, is this thing? I'll be right back. Hmm. This is not working. Is this better? Oh man, this is I think my stream is kind of jacked up. You guys can hear me? Don't know what's happened here. Hello? Does anybody hear me? Is everything screwed over here? Yeah, it's kind of screwy on this side, just echoing, and I don't know if the camera's working again. Okay, check it out, y'all. I'll just end this here and tell you guys I'll be back in a little bit. Start the thing over. Let me reset my phone or whatever. Uh, you guys know the rules. Rule number one is pay me. Donate if you want to. Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, TSAR capital XEN. That's my Cash App. PayPal. You guys can also find me on the WordPress. If you want to read my writing, you can. There's all the stuff right there. And 3 rules of life: be yourself. Everybody else already taken. Be weird. Have fun. Enjoy yourself. And if you have extra energy, a little extra currency, donate that to someone. If it's me, that's great. If it's just a little bit of a high five or a hug, do that for someone. Help. How about when you can? And I do appreciate it. Good to see everybody. And I don't know if you guys can hear any of this because this kind of screwy on my side. I will be back in a bit. I think I'm going to go get a snack. So good to see everybody. Toodles.